Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track by an act named 7waystreet titled Change Your Life. And if we switch over to here, we have the YouTube for it. Change Your Life is the debut single released by studio musician 7waystreet. The music was produced by Way Too Lost, and the project is published and distributed by Epiphany Entertainment. So without further ado, we're going to check through this track from start to finish and hear what we think. I'll make myself small. Let's go. Just so I don't get in front of the lyrics, you know. We've got some
Man.
We got an interesting attack time on those synths that makes it sound very tense and sort of dramatic, and the vocals so far work.
Finally starting to understand why I had to go through all that shit. So I can be on the path that I'm on.
There's a great
I can have this message to spread.
Change your life.
When you constantly talking, all that lip flopping's obnoxious. That's why I move like the Loch Ness when I dive in. And when I spit, it's the raw shit. I'm like a lyrical prophet. My words are bringing deliverance.
Okay, I like this. I like that we're having that space at the end of each of these vocal lines. I like how there's a break. The way he's pronouncing it, the rhythm to it, the groove to it. It's nice. It's carefully considered, and it's calculated. And you've got to kind of keep that continuation of that rhythm going, and roll with the groove of the chord notes of like the drum kit and everything else.
Cause I've been to hell and back, and now I reach out my hand for anyone caught up in the grips of the choiceless devotion to the elixirs and potions that keep on taking all our legends. Whoa, that's a shout out to Juice, Lil Peep, Kurt Cobain, and Mac. All of the losses are so tragic. So how come nothing has changed? These kids keep doing the same, giving it all up just to get lit. I think the world's gone insane. I think we should be erased. Blood's on the hand of our government.
Oof, going in hard and heavy with this Change Your Life, talking about these musicians that we've lost to these substances, and it's terrible and tragic. The music allows for this sort of emotional performance, this atmosphere. It's very deep and dark, and it's not necessarily miserable. It's not overwhelmingly negative or anything like that. But you can tell there's just a sense of grief about it from these minor harmonies, these chords, how the drums keep the groove going and a firm tempo to it. But at the same time, it's like it's dragging its way through the muck.
All of these consuming vices come from chemical devices. Yeah, you might know them as prescriptions. I know feelings can be cruel. Don't let them cripple you. Nobody's ever gonna save your life. You've gotta go out and change your life. And I know it ain't easy to...
Damn, that 4-bar hook was all you needed. It was straight to the cut to the chase, no repetition, no needless floundering or anything like that. I respect that. I think that's a great use of time within a track like this. And considering we've got a just sub 4-minute track, I know that we've got a lot of information to be spoken about in here. And because of the way that 7waystreet has presented himself so far, you kind of want to hear more. That's the beautiful sort of culmination you want within a track like this, especially if you're not familiar with an artist.
Get yourself out of your head. And I know there's some mornings that you would rather stay in bed. And I know what it's like to feel like you might not survive. But until the last moment, you've gotta keep finding hope. You've gotta nourish your soul. You've gotta put down the dope. You've gotta find a new road and let your story unfold. I'm no regular to church, but I think we've all got a purpose. If you ain't found it, start searching. No one put himself into motion.
And he's quick as well. You can hear how he's spitting there, man. You know, he can keep that pace. He's got polish on his mic and precision. And it's not only that, there's this vocal fry to what he's doing as well. There's this intensity. There's this, he's more frustrated in this one. There's more urgency in this verse. And that carried on from the increase to the higher vocal range in that hook there. And it's nice. You know, even back in the first verse, he'd start sort of singing or vocalizing himself just before the next bar hit. And it just allows for seamless transitions And you've got these occasional piano tails or melodic tails on each of the instrumental sections at the end of the 4 bars, and it's really cool.
Take the good with the bad, call that accepting the quotient. Grateful for what I have, I try to live in the moment. Every second's a blessing, while every failure's a lesson. Stay conscious of your intentions and don't ever start expecting. And I hope that you get what I'm saying. And I hope that you're regularly praying. And I hope that you find a way to shine, 'cause you got an inner light and you gotta let it shine.
And another way of vocalizing himself, it's more like a phone call with the filter that he's got on his voice here. It's change. It's important to have change in a track nowadays. You've got to find new ways to keep people interested in your music and what you're representing and what you're talking about. And I adore what's going on here. I think it's great work on behalf of 7 Way Street. This is a really solid song. Like, I have not listened to a song like this in quite a while. And it may seem like BS, but it's true. Honestly, like, there's just a little bit of X factor with this kind of song. I think maybe it's the fact that it's resonating with me, like, as someone who, like, has been trying to improve his life personally. Like, I can relate to this song on a level. Maybe that's what the X factor is, being able to really sort of vibe with it on a level where it's actually really meaningful.
Let it shine, let it shine. I know feelings can be cruel. Don't let them cripple you. Nobody's ever gonna save your life. You gotta go out and change your life.
Guitar solo? Yeah. Or some synthy solo, I think. It's a heavily modulated guitar solo, if that is the case. I dig it. I really dig the fact that we've got a solo section. Like, he's told the story that he wanted to. You don't really need more than that. You don't need to, because you run the risk of over-explaining something if you have a third verse that covers the same content. It's better to keep it conservative and not to overcomplicate things. Just tell your story, have a different part in the second half or the last third of the song, and be proud of yourself because you've written a damn good track. The production's solid as well. And props for mentioning who produced the music as well, because I come across some musicians and they don't mention who actually does production on their stuff, and it's really sad because they deserve love as well. You know, you got to credit the people who help you out. That's the way you build yourself a good rapport in the business world as a musician. You know, we're not living in the 40s and 50s where people produce stuff behind a sheet or something like that. It's, you know, like, or they were hidden and not mentioned and there were no royalties or anything like that. It's really important to mention people. So good job. No complaints whatsoever. I mean, like, obviously we aren't trying to be an opera singer or anything like that. I think it's clear to me, though, that's not the point. The point of this track, if I'm not mistaken, the point of this track is for 7 Way Street, and this is a conclusion, by the way, is for 7 Way Street to have said, yo, I know that both of you and I have gone through hell and you're currently going through it, but you can't just sit there waiting for life to change for you. You've got to change yourself and fight your way through it and find meaning in that. I think that, you know, that will resonate with a lot of people. I think that's what the song is about in a very simple way. It was interesting to hear, you know, 7 Way Street say it, the way that he spoke and rapped and sung. There was rapping, there was singing, there was like melodic, you know, like there was all sorts of stuff going on with the vocals. And I think it's great. Have that variation, show what you're capable of, man. Throw everything that you can into a track, see what sticks. Enjoy yourself. You've got to do your best with every single track you put out. If you half-ass it, just don't even bother. Don't even bother, man. There's too much competition for attention for the listener, you know? What else do I want to say about this? Oh, of course, the structure of the track was that kind of verse, chorus with the with some instrumental parts in the middle and then the solo at the end. I think that was great. There was a lot of change and shifted energy levels. We had like two sides of the verses where one was sort of more somber, kind of leading you into it, kind of talking about, oh, this has been the case. And then the second was, oh, but you've got to move on and move forward. And the chorus reiterates, yo, you've got to change your life. You've got to make those. It's your responsibility to do so. You can't blame everyone else. It's not everyone else's responsibility, I mean to say. It's great. I think the singing, it makes sense. The vocals make sense with the story and the way it was structured and everything like that. Again, he showed various parts of his abilities and capabilities as a singer. I think that working with an alternative producer where he can just focus on his vocals is a fantastic move, especially when the producer is sort of like onto it and is skilled, as Way Too Lost is. It's awesome. These piano parts, I think, and some keys and guitar solos and drums and bass and everything like that, and different vocal modulations and all these sorts of fun things. From start to finish, class act, no complaints whatsoever. The recording, mixing, mastering is pretty spot on as well. Again, clearly we have musicians here who genuinely give a shit about what they're doing. And they are going to just continue to release great music. And it's criminal to me that his one subscriber, like, honestly, like, if he continues to put out music like this, hell yeah, I'll subscribe to him. See where he goes. I really hope that they can find more love, and I like it too. I'm not doing this because I feel like I'm obligated to. I think I'm just going to start doing that from now on. If I really, really genuinely like a piece of music, regardless of the quality of it, because something can be like absolutely flawless and I still might not have an emotional attachment to it. But I will probably start subscribing and liking the tracks that I like. But thank you very much for watching this review, though, of 7 Way Street with Change Your Life. I hopefully you enjoyed it. This was an inspiring track. It really was. It really was. It's not like we were trying to overdo any specific part of it. It's just all the elements came together in a way that was greater than the individual value of its parts. Greater than the individual parts. You know what I mean. Excellent. Please do go show Epiphany Entertainment, 7 Way Street some love, and Way Too Lost some love if you enjoy this music via the various social medias. And stay cool and stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands out.